Shalom, shalom. Call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High. Name is only begotten Son, and name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. And I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us his truth and truth of sincerity, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. As you see in this video, this is from World Star, okay, on Instagram. It says, how many tanks do y'all think that is? Okay, how many tanks do y'all think that is? And this is in America. And you see the fact checker. Okay, let's read the fact checker. It says, see why fact checkers say this is false. Okay, which they didn't even say anything about, you know. Well, let's read it. It says, more information. Tanks were moving out of San Diego, not into the city. Now, if you see on this post right here, nobody ever said they was moving into the city. Okay, nobody ever said they were moving into the city. They just pointed out all these tanks, hundreds of tanks. Okay, but it showed you that they're trying to hide something, man. And at the end of the day, this right here is a sign. Okay, a sign of imminent war. Okay, imminent war is coming. So I'm going to start off with the scripture right here. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So there's a time for everything, man. Okay, there's a time for everything under the earth. Let's go to verse, let's keep on reading. It says, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. You see, so there's a time to kill and a time to heal. And right now we're coming to the time where they're going to be killing. Okay, like no tomorrow. Let's jump down to verse 8. It says, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. Okay, and this right here is a sign that we are entering into a time of war. Okay, and these nations are getting ready to go to war. Okay, let me grab this, because this right here shows you that, you know, and the fact that the fact checker, if the fact checker said that, shows that, you know, they're trying to hide something, man. Okay, let me grab this, because all these nations are going to gather together over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay. It says, let me go right here. Well, let's get right to the point. It says Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, remember how we told you there's a time of war? When I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, which is the Lord is turning back our captivity. And we're over here in the land of America, okay, in the land of our captivity. The Lord's turning back our captivity. And this is how we know our salvation is nearer than we believe. It says, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them I will plead with them there for my people. Now, the Lord is going to plead with these nations in the Middle East when they go there for war. And how is he going to plead with them? Is he going to be does it mean plead like begging them? No, it means he's going to judge them. He's going to destroy them for what they did to his people. It says, and I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel. So the Lord is concerned about Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians, not everybody. And if you notice on this video, where the heart is 144 K, okay, 144,000, man. Okay, which is very, very spiritual. I saw this video and I saw that 144K, and immediately I had to touch on this, and I might just still put this up as a short. But yeah, man, these nations are preparing for war. Okay, and whether these tanks are going in or out of San Diego, okay, war is coming. Okay, and if they're going out, they're probably going over to you know, the Middle East, probably getting shipped to, you know, Ukraine or something. It says, And I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, and parted my land, and have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they may drink. Okay, so these heathens, they all had a hand in this. Let's get down. Go down to verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, ye these heathens. Prepare war. Okay, they're preparing war. It says, wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And that's what you see. You know, that's what you see. These nations are getting prepared for war. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahawah. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So the Lord is putting the spirit on these nations to go to war and to gather in that land for what? Ultimately to be destroyed, man. Okay, let me grab this. Because you had World War I, World War II. Now we're coming into World War III. It says Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, which woe goes into misery and destruction. Okay, and that third woe, that third world war, is what it's talking about, is coming quickly. Okay, faster than you can ever imagine. Okay, these nations are getting prepared for war, and there's no way around that. Okay, there is no way to hide. There's nowhere to hide. There's no way to run. Okay. Only place you can hide is under the shadow of the Almighty. And if he is not dealing with you, then you through. Okay, let's grab this. Because these tanks ain't even, you know, might not ever even get to be shot off. You know, all of them at least. You know, because the Lord gonna come in this particular war. It's gonna be fought with thermonuclear missiles. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, chapter 9, verse 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay, so before you had, you know, these wars where they had muskets, they had swords, they had, guns and stuff, you know, the M16s and, you know. But now this particular war is going to be fought with thermonuclear missiles. Okay. Thermonuclear missiles. And a tank ain't going to be able to stand against that. But I just thought this was crazy because you see these tanks going all the way up and down the street, man. It's for miles and miles and miles, just tanks. Okay. As far as the eye can see, you see tanks. Okay. And like I said, this is, or like it said, this is in San Diego. Let's read some of these comments. It says fact checkers wasting no time. Yep. First time I saw fact checkers warning. Fact checkers can't even spell correctly. Fact checkers when someone posts something the government don't want people to know. How am I to believe that the fact check when they can't spell tank? Why they block the post? Your video says nothing about where these tanks are going exactly. That's what I said, man. They ain't say they was going into San Diego. You know, what I want to know is why the fact checker is checking a video that isn't saying anything. The video is obviously showing you something in real time. What's going on? Oh, never mind. I guess the government just doesn't want us to see certain videos. My bad. It says they don't want us to see the truth. See, looks like these tanks are being moved via rail. As a RR employee, this isn't new. The military moves equipment just like other companies move cars, washers, and dryers, etc. Y'all need to quit freaking out. And this guy is a damn idiot. Okay, this ain't a car, a washing machine, or a fucking dryer. People are so retarded, man. I'm sorry, you know, but these are tanks, okay? And if a tank, and what is a tank used for? Like, this is not a car, this is not a washer, it's not a dryer. What is a tank used for? A tank is a weapon of war. So no matter where it's being moved, or when it's being moved, or how it's being moved to what? To go to go do damage. People like that gonna be, you know, caught up in that damn, you know, in front of these tanks. It says, how is this false? I see it right there. Ignore the fact check. This is a social control on information. This is what tyranny does, trying to convince us it's our own eyes lying to us. Yep. And I'll leave it there. You get the picture, you know. But people on. Fact checkers be like, these tanks aren't for war, but for flowers and rainbows. And the kids will come to the tanks just to get their daily doses of C9V. Yeah, man. So that's you know, people catching on, man. People catching on. Somebody said, get ready for a war with our own government. Now, that's a fact. Yep. People catching on, man. Okay, so those of us that has the eyes to see and the ears to hear, we know what's coming, man. Okay, we know what's coming. The scripture talk about a time like never before. Okay, there's going to be war in these streets, man. All right, I ain't going to make this too long. With that being said, I'm going to say shalom, kwame sharala, abad, babal, shalom.